Welcome to the Deepak Saini Show.
He said he gon' huff and puff and blow my mind up. You meet the island girl, she might dirty wind up.
Welcome to the Deepak Saini Show. I'd like to thank J23 for the intro music. You can find a link to her music in the show description. My guest today is Alana Cahoon. Alana is a mindfulness coach and founder and visionary behind Grow to Be You, renowned for designing signature programs that guide high-achieving professionals and entrepreneurs worldwide through profound journeys of personal and professional metamorphosis. That's not an easy word to say. Clients gain from accessing her extensive training in lifelong holistic health, creativity, and conscious leadership, enabling them to unlock their inherent wisdom and apply it across all facets of life, fostering harmony, abundance, and well-being in health, wealth, and happiness. She's a best-selling author of Mindfulness, Mantras, and Meditations, and hosts the Creative Abundance podcast, which I've luckily just been a recent guest on. Alana, welcome to the Deepak Saini Show.
It is wonderful to be here, Deepak. Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. I'm glad we're able to just cross promotion here. Alana, I'd like to start off by asking, how did you get started in doing this? Most people, I've not yet met a person who's, when they were a little girl or a little boy, grew up, it's like, I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to be a mindfulness coach when I grow up. So how did you fall into this type of work?
Well, what's interesting, as you said that, I remembered my dream was to be a teacher. And I'm teaching. I'm always teaching. You know, I love to help people step into their power and to teach them that they can do. They can do what they dream of. They can be the entrepreneur. They can be whatever they want to be. But how I got here, you know, my first career path was in the arts. I moved to New York City with a degree in theater. And I pounded the pavement and I sang and I acted and I waited tables and I worked in offices. I did the whole thing, had a blast, dealt with hardships, ups and downs. And then my second career path, which I call my real job, the 9 to 5, was running a business technology incubator. I was their program director. So I had so much fun creating programs to help support entrepreneurs to take their ideas off of, out of their minds really, and onto paper and into reality. Not everyone succeeded, but there was no such thing as a failure. It was part of growing and developing your dream. So spirituality has been part of my whole life. I just feel like that's my innate nature. That's what I have. That's my secret weapon, is that I feel so very centered and grounded and calm and secure in life, because I do believe there's this greater existence in the universe that we can bring right back into ourselves. So with that, I have gotten all kinds of certifications. I'm a certified natural health professional and Reiki master in several lineages, and a shaman and a yoga teacher and a trainer. And let's see, what else do I have? I teach meditation almost every day. Yeah, so that's who I am. And I think when there was one moment where one of my coaches said, Alana, you need to be a coach. Just bring it all together. And I'm like, oh, right. The personal and the professional, and bring it together in a holistic means. So I call myself a mindfulness coach, Deepak, because the underlying thread is to bring awareness. So as we bring in awareness into our daily lives, we can know and trust and see what it is we need, what the truth is, and how we're going about our lives and how we can shift. So
I love that. Love that. So you mentioned both meditation and mindfulness. So let me ask you, and you're an expert in this. So what's the difference for people who might not know? How do you distinguish that?
Yeah, I distinguish it in saying that meditation is sitting on a cushion, sitting down, focusing, whether that's in reflection or doing one of a myriad of meditation styles. It's being quiet, it's pausing, and it's paying attention. Mindfulness is taking that the benefits of meditation out into your life. And so I start every single day meditating. I've been doing this, I think, gosh, almost my entire life. And so my practice has shifted. But by sitting in silence every morning, I am so much more present throughout the day. Because if you start the day running from this moment to that and brushing your teeth and brushing your hair and taking care of the kids and taking care of the laundry and getting to the office and just boom, 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 things then collapse. Just as you're moving quickly, things can really collapse quickly. If you start by centering yourself, grounding yourself, bringing a sense of calm, clarity, and intention. So intention is the word I like to use instead of goals, but it's very similar. Setting your intention first thing of the day. Today, I am moving slowly throughout the day. Today, I appreciate every time I check something off the list. Today, I pause and see the beauty outside my window. So whatever that is, it allows you to then step into the day with mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply being present in the moment. That is all it means. All kinds of tech. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I love that definition. And I think intention is so important. And I think many people tend to do things without intention. And if they actually thought about it and had intention, they probably, not always, but probably make some different choices. I'll just use one example in my own life. There's certain foods I choose not to eat because they don't serve me and they actually harm my biology. But I'll use an example. If my daughter, and I've a teen now, if she's really into like baking and she's really got this passion, it's just kind of flourished in the last year. If she's going to make something like a cake or try something, and she's like, "Hey, I made this, Dad," and it's like I normally wouldn't eat that type of food, but I was like, "Hey, she made it and she wants to share, and I want to foster this." So I, with intention, decide, okay, I am going to have a small slice of this because I want to be part of the collective, part of our family community, or maybe it's a bigger setting, and I want to encourage this. So again, it's not something I would normally do, but I'm doing it with intention. I think there's a difference there that a lot of people miss. So I love that you brought that up.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful because it says that you don't have to be that rigid. So I'm going to circle back. I'll come back to the cake situation because I love my cake, but the cake doesn't always love me. When I was in New York City as an actress, singer, songwriter, auditions were horrific. I'm naturally introverted. I have built enough confidence to be, extroverted enough in the world. But I really had a hard time with rejection at the when you're auditioning. And often it was, you're not tall enough, you're not thin enough, you're not blonde enough, you're not young enough. There were just all these really horrible external judgments and criticisms. And I remember at the time women going on these, and men going on these terrible diets, becoming bulimic, laughing about it because that's how they were able to maintain the weight that the industry at that time demanded. And I said, no, I just no. And so I had already been interested in nutrition. I became a vegetarian at the age of 17. And so I was in my early 20s in New York. And so I went back to nutrition and studied it. And I took courses in body image. And it was striking how these attacks to your body can make you feel, just with your self-worth and that kind of thing. So I actually created a course. It's an online course. I've taught it live and I continue to teach it. And it's called Getting the Body You Want. I think that's what I call it. And it's about being fit and feeling fabulous, but it's all about starting with self-love. Loving yourself exactly where you are, no matter how much you weigh. It doesn't matter. And to know that the reason you might want to lose weight is so that you feel strong, confident, happy, healthy, etc. So it's those underlying layers. So in those years, I dealt with weight shifts, and it was very challenging. And today, fortunately, it looks like the critics are not quite as severe, but there's still a body image that is expected. So coming back to cake, cake is my downfall, and I have had chronic illness in my past where there's inflammation, and I've learned all about that. So out went the dairy, out went the gluten, but on occasion, I will buy my favorite cake. I will buy a birthday cake because it reminds me of the weddings I used to attend as a child. And I cannot tell you the joy, some of you listening might know, the joy of eating that very sweet, very bad for you piece of cake with a thick white icing. But what I've learned to do is I will buy the cake, I will cut it, I will wrap each piece separately, and I will put it in my freezer.
Mhm.
And allowing myself to sit mindfully, fully present, and enjoying that piece of cake with a glass of milk, knowing that it's okay. It doesn't mean I'm off my diet. Doesn't mean I'm going to gain all the weight back. It means I'm taking care of myself and also setting boundaries for myself, which are just as important. And it develops self-discipline. So yeah, if my son bakes a cake, but I know he wouldn't, I would definitely enjoy a piece of it.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. You brought up something, so I'll preface this. I'm a big believer that when people are healthy, they could be in the corporate world, they could be entrepreneurs, whatever, but when they're healthy, both mentally and physically, that translates into their business and like actually business success and whatever that metric is, cash flow, whatever the case may be. And I know you've talked about this before, so I'd like to ask, how do you feel that healthy eating contributes to, financial growth?
Oh, absolutely. We're all connected. It's not just your wealth, it's your health. So on the one hand, if we're not healthy, how do we enjoy the wealth we're generating? On the other hand, it's eating wisely. You know, I think you had mentioned it earlier. If I started my day with gluten or dairy or both, I would be in such a brain fog that I wouldn't be able to think clearly. I'd be tired. I'd be gloopy. And so I know that for me personally, my body type, it's a terrible way to go. If I'm going to eat that piece of cake, it's going to be on a Saturday when I have nothing else to do after I exercise at the gym. So that's really important and key to know. So what we eat absolutely affects not just our body, but our mind, the clarity of our mind. I start every morning with a smoothie. And in that smoothie is either frozen fruit or fresh fruit, um, a little bit of protein powder or spirulina. And I feel ready for the day. I am so ready to embrace the day, not charge through it, but to embrace the day with joy and clarity and energy. So when you start feeding your body with healthy food, your body craves it. This morning, you're not going to believe me, but I woke up with the image of a salad in my mind, and I thought, wow, I'm doing really good. I'm waking up thinking of healthy food. Because that doesn't always happen. And I'm like, I'm
I'll,
having
I'll
a
I'll be the first to admit, I rarely wake up thinking about food, but I don't think I've ever woken up thinking of a salad.
I have never, it has never happened before. And it's an anomaly, but I'm like, yes, that means my mind is filled with good things, not only for myself, but for my clients, just like you, is to help people perform better, whether that's in your business, which is going to generate your wealth and maintain your wealth. It is definitely health. It is absolutely tied together.
Yeah, I'll leave this train of thought on the last point. I see this with not only myself, but my clients all the time. don't have inflammation, when they're healthier, they're thinking clearer, they're making decisions faster,
Yeah.
and sometimes making a decision in 10 minutes versus ruminating on it for like a couple of days is like literally translates to the bottom line. So I can't say that enough. Alana, we talked about you're an author, about your book, and you have an upcoming book as well. Tell us about that.
I do. I am so excited. Ideally, it's out in September or October of 2024. I wrote the book. I actually finished the manuscript last year, and this is based on a course that I created called Being in Balance, consciously creating abundant health, wealth, and happiness in your life. And it shares all of the tools that I've developed with my clients, alongside my clients, right? It's working with our clients as a coach to see what they need, and then just going within our own wisdom, our own toolkit to create the answers for them. So it starts with, relaxation techniques, whether that's meditation, taking a hot bath, going for a walk, and then there's an entire chapter on what we just talked about. Your body type. How do you get healthy? What is the difference of weight loss and weight management? We also talk about the law of attraction. So in this conversation, we discussed how our eating habits and exercise routine help to stimulate more effective work efforts, and then result in financial wealth. This is the mindset. So the law of attraction is all about your mindset, saying that what you think creates your reality. And that is so true. And when I was teaching the course, in that one module of the law of attraction, I guide people through an exercise and 1 week, people, I had one client who brought in I think it was like a $75,000 client. Another got eight prospects, and 2 of them became clients. And it all happened in 7 days. 7 days. So there's so much power in the thoughts that you're keeping. And then at the end, we create a whole blueprint. So this book will help you to create your own personal blueprint of how you want to live your life, including your physical health, your mental health, and your financial health.
Awesome. And what's
Yeah,
the book called?
it's called Creating Abundance.
Creating Abundance. Awesome. So I'm not sure exactly when this episode is going to be released, but if it's a book's available at that time, we'll put the link in, so people definitely go and check this book out. Sounds amazing. Alana, as we come to a close here, just a couple of last questions here. Obviously we both have a strong health theme throughout what we're about and what we do, but this isn't necessarily a health podcast per se. But I do always like to ask my guests, what is one thing you wish you would have started earlier, or another way, what would you love to have told your younger self when it comes to something health related?
Believe. Don't let external voices take you off your path. Believe in yourself. Believe that your mission, your vision is of tremendous value. And the people who are going to benefit from your wisdom and knowledge and experience will be drawn to you. And just to move ahead and do your best to, I guess ignore the naysayers. That's what I would say.
I love that. I love that. We intuitively know what's best for us. If we just listen to our bodies, for sure. For sure. Alana, you have a gift for the listeners. Can you explain what that is?
I do. I'm not sure which gift I'm giving you, but
Oh, a free ebook. I think you told me
the
it was a
ebook.
free ebook. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so the ebook is called Meditation Made Simple. And for anybody who's curious about meditation, it puts it in the simplest terms. This is how to do it. And then it offers a variety of meditations that you can try out. And it's really light, easy, and fun. It's also available on Amazon, where you have to pay for it. So you may as well get it for free here.
Yeah.
They're Deepak. Yeah.
Awesome. So just for the listeners, we'll have that link and all of Alana's other links. So, so you can connect with her on the social media and follow up with her and her website and all that sort of thing. So all the links will be in the show notes here. Alana, what is maybe one last words of wisdom or golden nugget you'd like to leave with the audience?
Start your day with an intention. You can let that intention be the beginning of your meditation routine or part of your meditation routine. But begin with an intention and remind yourself throughout the day what that intention is. And notice how it shifts your day. Notice how it shifts your day, and that will encourage you and motivate you to continue starting your day with an intention.
I love that. I love that's great advice. So yes, everyone, start your day with an intention. Grab Alana's free ebook. Wait for the book, Create an Abundance, when it comes out here shortly. Alana, I want to thank you for being a guest on the Deepak Saini Show and doing this podcast swap, so to speak. And yeah, it was a fantastic conversation.
My pleasure. A joy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you again. And everyone, don't forget to check out today's show sponsor. The link is in the show notes here. And I'm going to throw it back to J23. He's going to play us out with some music. Again, thanks for listening to the Deepak Saini Show. Exceptional results for the exceptional you. Thanks again, Alana. Till next time, everyone. This episode is brought to you by Optimizers. Magnesium Breakthrough. This is a product I've been using with, and our family's been using for 4 years already. What I love about it, it has 7 different forms of magnesium in it. All the forms that your body needs for all 400 processes that your body needs magnesium for. Most magnesium supplements have one form and usually a crummy form of magnesium. This has all 7 forms that your body needs. So click the link and get at least 10% off. Sometimes there's specials and you even get more. So check out Optimizers Magnesium Breakthrough.
Podcast produced by the Minted Green Company